Gentlemen may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This morning we would like to honor the life and service of Major General Sager, who was a resident of my district, and Representative Pashinsky knows the family very personally. He's going to give more remarks. And what I find interesting is on November the 12th, 1990, Veterans Day, 1990, he spoke to the chambers, in this chamber, on Veterans Day, and I'm going to read a couple portions of that speech. And then yesterday we had our current Adjutant General speak to us, and I just think it's somewhat fitting that we would recognize him on this day and his service to our Commonwealth. I'm going to read a comment from that speech, and basically most of you know I have a son who's currently serving in Afghanistan with the United States Army, and just a small portion in that speech, and in this he says, he asks that we be united as a people and as a nation in support of what they do, and that we have the resolve to see it through. That is not much to ask of us. And this Desert Storm was just starting at that point in time, and he goes on for actually a couple more pages on emphasizing that same subject. And then lastly, near the end of his speech, a couple comments throughout this, but on this day we prayerfully beseech our Heavenly Father. Then he goes in and offers a prayer for the troops that were there over in Iraq. And so he also was a man of faith. And so I really have appreciated his service. And Representative Pashinsky.
Thank you very much, Representative Tallman. I appreciate the opportunity to share some thoughts, some memories of a beautiful man, beautiful person, and certainly a loving American. Mr. Speaker, it's with heavy heart that I present to you, to the members of the General Assembly, and to the people of Pennsylvania, this condolence resolution to honor and pay respect to a truly great American, Major General Gerald T. Sager, retired. It was 4 years ago when I first had the distinct pleasure of meeting General Sager. He was a vibrant man with a spit and polished appearance and distributing enough energy to light up the entire of the city of Philadelphia 10 times over. A man full of life, overflowing with ideas, and eager to continue to serve for the public good. In time, I came to know that he was the son of a coal miner from Milton, Pennsylvania. A family that experienced tragedy and extreme hardship very early in his life. As we all know, coal mining is a dangerous job, and like so many families of miners, thousands endured the untimely death of their fathers and their husbands. At this time, when the death of a father of the family occurred, many children were placed in orphan homes, since most mothers could not earn enough money to keep the family together. Fortunately, we have institutions like Hershey and Girard College in Philadelphia that help nurture and educate these orphans. General Sager was the recipient of that nurturing and that education, and he received his secondary education from that college, Girard College, in 1946. He later earned his bachelor's degree, summa cum laude, from Tufts University in 1956. Because of his academic standing, he was selected for membership in the prestigious academic fraternity Phi Beta Kappa. General Sager later received his law degree from Harvard University in 1959 and a master's degree from Shippensburg in 1984. The general knew full well the value of an education and was a strong proponent of our state system. General Sager's military career began in the Army as a rifleman in 1946. After basic training, he was then selected for officer candidate school and received his commission, second lieutenant, and served as company engineer in the units of Korea and Japan. Following the outbreak and the hostilities in Korea, General Sager attended airborne school and ranger training at Fort Bennington, Georgia, served in Korea in 1952 and 53, and as ranger captain, intelligent collection activities in support of the 8th United States Army. General Sagers subsequently joined the Army National Guard in 1959. As a captain in the 28th Infantry Division, he served as the Assistant G3 Plans and Operations responsible for operational planning and execution, and as Chief of Staff of the 28th Infantry Division. In 1976, he was promoted to Brigadier General and appointed as Assistant Division Commander of Maneuvers for the 28th Infantry Division. He was appointed as Adjutant General of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania on January 20th, 1987, and later promoted to Major General. As Adjutant General, he was responsible for command, control, and supervision of soldiers and airmen of the Army and Air National Guard in the units of the Commonwealth of PA, and for providing trained and equipment units capable of performing their wartime missions, and for providing military support to civil authorities in responding to man-made and natural disasters. Under General Sager's leadership, the Pennsylvania National Guard grew to 24,000 strong, the greatest strength ever. His Guard was considered and regarded as the best Guard in the entire country. General Sager's awards and decorations include the Distinguished Service Medal, Soldier's Medal, Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, American Campaign Medal, World War II Victory Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Korean Service Medal, Armed Forces Reserve Medal, Army Reserve Components, Achievement Medal, United Nations Service Medal, Pennsylvania Distinguished Service Medal, General Thomas J. Stewart Medal, Pennsylvania Service Ribbon, Parachute and Ranger Tabs. Pretty amazing for a little kid, a little orphan from Milton, Pennsylvania. General Sager was a creative man, a man of limitless ideas, never concerned about conventional thinking, always searching for human spirit, to improve it, and to preserve the freedoms of this country, the country he loved. He consistently demonstrated his creativity, energy, and determination to improve the lives of our military families. With his loving wife, Helen, at his side, they opened their hearts and their farm to provide food, enjoyment, relaxation, and kindness to so many military families. He acquired millions of dollars to provide training centers, amphitheaters, memorials to strengthen and preserve the integrity of his beloved National Guard. He never stopped reaching out to the Guard members and their families. He stayed steadfast to this goal of actively reaching out through the Wounded Warriors program at Walter Reed General Hospital. Yes, General Sager was an exceptional man, a noble man, a warrior, a leader, a public servant who respected and embraced education, loved and revered culture, music, and the arts, loved learning and reading, history, especially military. He even wrote movies, movie scripts, and plays. He was a man of the highest moral standards who embodied an aura of integrity, virtue, and honesty. A man who loved life, loved his Guard, loved his country, and a man who loved his family most. As with many great men, there is an angel at their side, his confidant, loving companion, and his inspiration. With his loving wife, Helen, at his side, together they brought into the world 6 beautiful children that made him most proud. Each have advanced degrees, 3 have served in the military, and through his wife, his children, and his 15 beautiful grandchildren, they will carry his legacy so that others may benefit from his teachings and stalwart example of a truly great American. Major General Gerald T. Sager, retired. At this time, I would ask the House to recognize his wife of 54 years, Helen Sager. his daughter Marcia, his son Frank with wife Connie, and 2 of his 15 grandchildren, granddaughters Megan and Katie.